Welcome to Family Christian Center. Check out what is happening in our church.
Welcome to Family Christian Center. We're so glad that you can join us here this morning. We'd like to extend a special welcome to all first-time visitors here this morning. If this is your first time here, or if you haven't already done so, grab one of those Connect cards in the seat pocket in front of you and fill it out with your information. If you bring that to our cafe following the service, you can then pick out a free coffee or treat. Also, we'll make sure to use your information to get in touch during the week so we can connect with you and give you a special gift. We'd be thrilled to have you be part of our family. As you know, we hold a night of prayer and worship every Tuesday evening. However, we're changing the time and location. We'll now be meeting every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. in the church sanctuary. Make sure to join us as we pursue the presence of God. We're getting super close to Easter weekend. We'll be kicking it off on Good Friday, April 19th at 10:30 a.m. with the interdenominational worship service held here at Family Christian Center. This is a great opportunity to join with the other churches in Fort McMurray in remembrance of Christ's sacrifice on the cross. We will then be meeting 2 days later for our Easter Sunday morning service, held at our regular 9:30 and 11:30 times. The FCC Drama Club will be sharing their latest production, Hot Topic, Tourist or Citizen. Make sure to make this date on your calendar and join us for this amazing morning. For all those ladies in the church, we got an event coming for you. Come out on April 15th at 7 p.m. for an evening of food, worship, and an incredible testimony from Diane Buffett. This is going to be a night that you don't want to miss. Tonight at 6 p.m. at the Avenue, we have Pastor Edwin coming to join us at Young Adults to have a Q&A. This is going to be an awesome time to be able to ask questions regarding the church or theology or whatever you want to ask during that time. So come out and check it out. We'll see you then. If you missed anything I've said, or are simply wanting to discover more about what we do here at FCC, visit our website. Also, we have our very own mobile app available for free in the Apple and Android app stores, providing quick and easy access to our online giving, as well as many other valuable resources. Make sure to stay connected.
I first heard about the Agape Home when I was 12 years old. Roy and Avis visited my home church in Newfoundland, and I instantly felt a connection to the children at the orphanage. I knew that one day I had to go there. All through my teen years, whenever I heard about the Agape Home, I felt that same longing and desire. I never fulfilled that dream of mine for various reasons. Fast forward to the present. When I knew Pastor Edwin was in the beginning stages of discussing with Roy and Avis about sending a team to Thailand, I knew I wanted to be a part of that team one way or another. Little did I expect for him to ask if Vaden and I would actually be the team leaders. I think I may have said yes before even asking Vaden, although I was pretty confident he would be on board too. We had no idea what a great responsibility this would be. Our job was to raise enough money to build the 6th house at the orphanage. We needed $80,000 and we only had 4 to 5 months to do it. It seemed impossible.
Narrowing down the team was our next step. We needed 10 to 12 individuals who would be committed wholeheartedly to this huge task. When the applications came in, we had 17 of them, and after looking through the names, we knew without a doubt there was no way to narrow down this team. Every individual that applied seemed like such a good fit for the job, and with Pastor Edwin's approval, we allowed all 17 applications to be approved, and the journey began. From the very first team meeting, or the first fundraiser to the very last, the level of commitment these team members showed was outstanding. Very rarely did we have an event that everyone didn't help out or help organize or show up. We began our brick campaign and set up our table in the foyer every Sunday. You could see the progress of our fundraising by how big our Lego house was getting.
We had 2 soup and chili sales, 2 cold plate sales, a bake sale, family skating, a snowmobile run, a hockey tournament, an online auction, a gospel concert, as well as a few special offerings. On March the 8th, the final $20,000 was sent to the Agape Home, which completed our goal of $80,000.
A typical day started off at 8 a.m. with team members' devotions. We arranged to have different team members share with the group, and we had a time of singing and worship as well. And by 9 a.m., Avis would be calling my phone saying that she's outside in her big truck to take us to the Agape Home. The first day we arrived at the orphanage, we could see that our involvement with the house construction was going to be limited. As much as we wanted to be a part of the build, the progress of raising the funds and getting it over to them was a little slow, so we could only build as the funds were provided. This meant the construction was not at a point where the team could help due to a lack of experience. They were finishing the inside of the walls with cement. They called this rendering. There was a special skill required to complete this, but they did use a couple guys later in our trip when they could. Greg and Adam, as you can see in the pictures, were helping out quite a bit there. The $80,000 we raised was still used to build that home.
On our first day, we took a tour of the grounds. Avis would point out areas that were in desperate need of repair. The pool was one such area. The tiles had already been purchased. We were simply the installers. So for 5 days, we designated 6 to 8 team members to lay tiles around the pool. We also saw a need in the kids' play yard. We took up a special offering at the gospel concert in February, which we said would be specifically used for the kids while we were there. So we had a few people designated to completely overhaul that area in 4 days. We bought new sports equipment, toys for the playrooms, and for the outdoor area. The little kids were so excited to see what we had done.
During my conversation with Avis, I realized during the rainy season that the kids cannot use the fields as much for sports because it flooded and it was way too muddy. One sport they love is volleyball. So as a team, we decided to have a huge concrete pad poured for them just outside the main complex. This volleyball court was paid in full by one of our team members. Each day, team members could be seen helping in the nursery, sewing in the sewing room, playing sports with the older kids, painting, and taking the preschoolers on a field trip. But most importantly, they were forming relationships with those kids. Some of you may be thinking we went to build a house and all you see is pictures of everything but. Our goal was to raise the funds so that the house could be built for the Agape, and with your help, that is happening. Unfortunately, when we arrived, it was at a stage where 20 people would only hinder the work that was happening. But we quickly realized that there were many other areas that we could impact dramatically, and I believed it was a mission accomplished. Presently, the house is about 75% complete. The rendering is complete on the inside and on the outside. All the electrical is complete and ready for the cooling system. It's estimated that the house will be complete within 2 months, and then they will work on the landscaping. We are constantly receiving progress reports, and we will update you all with the finished project. They will be having a ribbon cutting event to officially open the house for the kids. This will be an exciting time, and they've been waiting for over 10 years for that moment.
I can't single out one thing that impacted me the most. The overall sense of love and life when we stepped foot on the grounds was so tangible. And although we may not have gotten to physically construct that house, the impact that was made in the 10 days we were there was far more valuable to that orphanage than any construction we could ever do. We didn't want the last day to end. The kids were getting ready for bed and we were still lingering around. The tears we all shed as we said goodbye, watching the children standing there with tears trickling down some of their faces, was definitely a sign that this missions trip was all we could have dreamed it would be, and more.
Over the next couple weeks, you will see several of our team members give an account of what they experienced and how the trip impacted them. It's going to be a great time. You won't want to miss it.